All right. What's up? April 7th, Tuesday. All right. Do, do, do. Yeah. Yo, what's up, man? Ah, no worries. No pressure. I was just curious. Do, 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 do. Doodle, 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 doo, 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 doo. Why does he always say the same stuff over and over again? And then he brings up like Kamala randomly. You're like, what's the question again? He's kind of senile at this point. And being in charge of the free world like that, or the supposed free world. Yeah, it's Biden. It's just like I'm so tired of like boomers being in charge of everything. I said it before, but it's just like, why the heck are they like just passing the reins gracefully? Like they just like won't give it up, man. Yeah. Well, that's kind of why I get why Israel's doing all that it is. It's like it's their last hurrah before they, you know, they they lose all support from everyone globally. So they have no choice but to assert authority now or never. So, oh snap, snapperoo, nice. Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? Yeah, what was that about? Was that his son? Cousin. And he could talk, right? Yeah, something random like the the coach driver who was driving him around the whole time. I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for your meddling, snooping dog. Scooby Dooby Doo. Yeah, 1970s. That was back, like, they had, like, like 40 episodes per season, and they were all different. I downloaded, like, DuckTales to show my kids what the original one was like, and it was just like they had, like, 47 episodes per season, and they're, like, 30 minutes long each. It's like they yeah. Yeah, what was that? Huh. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, we did on ES. That was weird. We got any news? Let's see. For oh yeah, he did say that amidst the other ramblings. His exact words were to smithereens. And then, like, calling out everyone who didn't help. It's like, what's that accomplishing, really? Sounds like a kid. Like, you weren't helping me. Yeah. Well, it's also like when he said Japan doesn't help, for example, it's like Japan's not allowed to help. It's in their constitution. They have a defense force. Like, it was written by America saying you can't take offensive to other countries, so they can't help. It's in their constitution. Doesn't he know that? Yeah, it's like all the Japan's self-defense force for a reason. Iran's not in their self-defense. Yeah, and they probably would have let them land planes if they wanted to use Yokosuka or Kobe, wherever they're stationed. Like, they would have let them refuel or do whatever there. I think the main thing was like the UK not allowing them to land or whatever when they were doing that like B-2 bomber mission or whatever. It's just like calling people out, like that. It's like it was like the time when he said they don't allow them to sell cars there, but they, it was like they don't let them. They don't have the same safety standards. Like something to be said about the EU and how much rigmarole they have for like restrictions. Just getting my wife to open up that Etsy site following all these compliance things for the EU is annoying as shit. It's like, I'd rather not sell in the EU. Can we opt out? But it's like, you can't even list as a seller on Etsy unless you comply to all whatever things in France. And it's mainly France. And you have to register on a French uh, government website in French, and they don't give an English option because it's France. Yeah. They want you to like register to like like in Etsy you have to get this like tax number to show that you comply with the EU or whatever, and you can't just register as a seller. You have to have that number, and in order to get that number you have to register with the French whatever. And it's like, what? Why would Etsy? But Etsy's only doing that because they want to comply with like EU law or whatever. But it's only France that has that. So it's like, yeah, the Europeans have this whole different take on everything. Oh yeah, yep, right. And then like I had to use Google Translate on the site itself through an extension because they don't offer English. So it's like French or like want you to speak their language, so they don't even offer an English alternative. Yeah, just snooty. It felt extremely snooty. Like it's like, why do I have to add an extension so I can get English when you could just offer it. It's like, oh yeah, it's French. But yeah, like Ilhadi said, it's the value added tax, the VAT number. I'm like, what the heck is this? And it's only for France. But you have to add it on Etsy, even though you're not in France. And I'm like, what the hell? Why the hell do I have to register in France and I'm not in France? Right. And it was like, I would just rather not sell there. Like, can't I just choose to not fill it in and then I don't? It's a, like sometimes you can, like when I try to buy something, like I try to buy some skateboard pads through an American company and it said it didn't ship internationally. And I'm like, okay. So I couldn't buy it. Like it wouldn't let me leave the checkout screen. I'm like, all right, well, that's up to them, I guess. But it's like, why can't I do that? Like, if I don't want to adhere to it, but it's like Etsy made it as part of their like confirmation of us of being a seller. Like you have to in order to be on their site or something. It's weird. I would have just chosen not to, but Etsy is one of those like big ones for like people who make stuff. So my wife was making like nail art chips or something to sell, and that was the best place to sell it. Otherwise, I would have been like, screw Etsy. Yeah, it's a good site. I like the site. It's awesome when you look up like all the stuff people make. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, I've seen like wood ones, like racks and stuff. I was looking at that for a time. Yeah, made from like maple trees and stuff. Just like, damn, there's something for everyone. Mhm. I mean, she made a pretty good penny after all of it, so it was worth it in the end, but it was still just like that bad taste of the EU. Suwagai. Do. Ah, I feel you. Sometimes there is a mental capital aspect to this. I was telling somebody the other day. That's why it's like better to just get it over with. That's why I try to do other stuff at the same time too. Speaking of which, That's cool. Notre Dame Christmas service. I'll keep note. Yeah, I remember that. So they they finished or they fixed it after that. Bubble. I believe he has this for that. Hold up. You've heard it all. And now you know what absorption is too, so you can know, and knowing is half the battle. Oh wow, that's nice. Oh wow, snap. That's probably even more amazing in person. Jeez. Oh wow. Is it in English when they have the service? Yeah, it's like the awe-inspiring nature of that and the echo, I'm sure, like the acoustics. That's pretty crazy. Whoa, what was that? Oh, snap. Oh, nice. Mm-hmm. I was telling some students the other day because it's like I made like my paycheck in like a couple minutes one time, and I was just like, yeah, this is like retarded. There was like a 500 lot seller at some point in the overnight. I'll point it out in a minute. It was on the way down. It was at 350. 24 350. There was a 500 lot sell. Think about Breaking Bad, that though his wife, he's like dying of cancer, and then he tries to get money for his family by selling meth or whatever, and she disowns him for doing that. It's like he was gonna die anyway. Right. But in the beginning, she was like kind of like, oh, pearl clutching about it. I feel unsafe. The Karen consensus. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Respect my authority. And then a giant Cthulhu-like creatures waiting outside. And then you just walk outside and feed them. What? That's cool. What's the name of it? Jurassic World Evolution 3. Hold up. Let's see what this looks like. Jurassic World Evolution 3. Okay. My son would like that. Yeah, this looks like a PC thing. It's pretty cool. Looks cool though. Oh, you're going? Have a good one. We got 3 minutes till showtime. Doom, 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 doom. All right, a minute. Let's just save and close this. All right, so we basically hit the lows after there's that little fallout from London. 500 lot seller induced, went down to the 24-100, played around in there for a bit, hit another 200 lot seller at 24-175, kind of retested it and bounced off of them. Say what? T.O. had, yeah, he headed off. I'm not sure what. He's just chilling. He said he wanted to play some games or something. He didn't feel like trading. We are open. The algos. What are we doing? Came to the value area low. Okay. Not really seeing much in terms of volume yet, so just chilling. That was a mighty quick algorithmic sweep up. The algorithm was really aggressive in the laddering to go up there, so might be a sweep to go lower. I don't know. We got that 500 lot guy from the pre-market up at 350 on NQ. How you all doing? Good? Hmm. Yeah, I don't know what his real, like, what is the story with that. No comment, really. Hope for the best, you know, for everyone. You know, I'm not really a doomer. Do 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 do. So there was a 50 lot within the mix there, a buyer that got rewarded at 227. Um, don't know. Is this going to be sustainable or yeah, there's really not much like reads on this per se. There's negative 2K in Delta with no break in the low just yet. What's up, Fusion? Hi. What's up, Woke? Getting some hit to some buy lot, like buyers at the 250s. Hmm. Mm-hmm. You thinking like up or down? Uh, Ah, yeah. I dig me the 1,000 and 2,000 tick too. When I don't see like delta inside the candles, then the entire like 2,000 tick, what happens inside that 2,000 tick becomes like a reveal, because it's like it shows the delta within that, even though there's no significant player. Yeah, it looks like it's about to break out to the downside here. Who knows? Mm. An ES, hold up. 6610. I see a 170 lot there. It's kind of from the push up just now. It's not super static from a long time ago, but yeah, I might sweep that guy. There's not huge, like, static orders in any direction. It's not really clear right now for me personally. So just wait. Something will reveal itself eventually. We got a 120 lot buyer at 205, and it's supporting them right now. So we'll see. We will see. Just slowly developing some players. 82 lot buyer at 210. They could be buyer absorption if it goes below 205 with aggression. Otherwise, that's it. Yeah, the 6610s like that 180 lot. Yes, looks like it wants to get swept. That was the buyer absorption. Swept about 300. That sell push down. No significant players, just total. Mm-hmm. What? I didn't see anything significant, but let me double check. Trump speaking already happened. Some PMI for Canada. That's about it. Not really anything. So the algorithmic open push up was like a telegraph. Oh, we just hit about 100 seller at 170. Starting to stop out some longs, it looks like. Right. We hit a 68 lot at 155 and then hit another 37 there and then kind of bounced off it, but could just be like a little burp before we continue. It's not that much. We got a 120 buyer at 165 that just bought there on the push up. Looks like some trailing shorts getting stopped. 10 minutes till the hourly close. Here we go. Yeah, it's just playing around here. There's not really any volume being hit. So other than those 100 lots we just talked about, 170 and 165. Another 100 lot at 173 just bought. Sometimes they do a premature ejaculation, like, because everyone's thinking that, and then they just like go shy of it. I don't know. It's not. This could just be like a FU to induce more buyers to go lower, like that. I'm not sold on anything till there's acceleration in favor of one or the other. So far, the seller's in control until they're not. Ooh, that jitter was kind of like an acceptance. You just had a 400 lot spoofer at 6,600 appear. They want up, it looks like. The spoofer just appeared and then it got the push up, so they called some sort of bluff. Hitting some buyers at 198. Showing some buyer strength right now. But you're hitting about like 200 in buy side with no follow through at the 200s. We will see. What is this? The 400 lot spoofer on ES still there. Below price at 6,600. 494 to be exact. Yes. Yeah, it's nothing significant really. Like there's like 70 lots and 100 lot. Like the most is like 111. Battle for the wick on the hourly. They want a strong close. This is where they do it. Hmm? Yep. NQ following or giving it the lead. It looks like to ES. 2 minutes. Just hit something. Wait. What was that? That was a 220 seller with a 64 lot at 140. That was a decent number. 220. If it goes below 140, then it's going to continue rewarding sellers. Spoofer's still there. Maybe they're looking to actually get filled. They're not spooked away from the downside. Bam. Hopefully you guys got that. The spoofer got left just as it went to. Oh no, they got hit. So 600 lot bought there at 6,600. Negative 3K in delta for the day. Sellers expressing strength. This has some room to go, too. I mean, you got, yeah, there's not really much space below, like what is down here. You got, like, Monday, the 6th level. Okay. Yo. Sorry, Friday. That was Friday. Good. What's up? Oh, nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah. 71 at 94 and 108 at 89. There's no real key levels here, though, so it's kind of like no man's land. That's why I'm looking left to see what's down below, because we broke down, kind of. So there's, we're back at like Monday consolidation levels. So the next stop is like the bottom of that, which was like 23,977 or say 81 or whatever. There was like a previous week high at 2460 that we could react off of. That was kind of where we broke out from Friday. Nice. Yeah, there was 100 lot at 73.50. Yeah, we went right through that. The next thing is like a previous swing low at 24K. Yeah, you're gonna probably have people take partials at some point, and then that'll cause like a burp, like a FU candle or something. Um, but yeah, I'd be careful long in this, but what do I know? Well, this was a previous swing low level that we reacted off of. That's where Friday bounced out, but we're going to the low lows of Friday. Or I guess that's Monday because we had the early Good Friday close. And then next beyond that is Thursday. I'll be with you guys until the 15-minute candle close, but I gotta get going. Got some stuff tomorrow morning early. Seller exhaustion, yeah. It's the same, what do you call it? Concept, but yeah, it's like exhaustion is when they're in control, but they're like, all right, enough for now. And then they just kind of like breathe. And then like they hit a target and breathe. But yeah, it's like they get exhausted basically, but they're still strong. And then absorption is like when there's like a indecision point and then some people enter and then they're just like, nope. It just is a technical like, like difference. Yeah. Yeah, this was the actual buyer because it went down and then came up, and on the way up they bought. So that was most likely not a trailing stop on a sell, but an actual buy. So if this guy holds that, then you could be getting a longer term exhaustion. Looks like they could be like absorption fuel to go down if they don't hold this now at 29 and 23. If they're expecting like a longer term exhaustion bounce, then they would get it. Otherwise, they're going to get taken for a ride. Somebody's. It's just exhaustion. Like I said in the beginning, I'd be careful longing any of this because it's like the sellers are in control. So that's the trend. So you need more pieces of evidence and a key level. And I'm not seeing anything. Like we had a previous swing low at 2403 and this like low that got swept from the Good Friday / Monday um level, I guess. But you know, that's um if they're expecting an exhaustion bounce higher, then this would be where you would look for those evidences to line up, and then you wouldn't hold below 2417. Yeah, there's like another buyer entering here, so this could like kind of go up and exhaust some sellers, test like who's trailing and whatnot, but it would have to do it in this moment. Otherwise, it's gonna just use this as absorption fuel to keep going and testing the low for a double bottom. But either way, like you have the candidates for the setup. And then when you have the setup candidates, then you know where your theory doesn't work. So it's either you think they're going to get absorbed and you know where those guys are, or you think they're going to exhaust the sellers some more and they're getting a little bit of strength back and they're going to go up. Like it's either or. But you have the places where they get negated down at 17 and above 39. So here comes the exhaustion. Yeah, man, it's a story of a trader's life where you're waiting for the stars to align. Now you're getting a 253 buyer. So that could have just been the exhaustion bounce they were looking for. So, you know, see profit, take profit on longs is would be my theory. It's just the hour after, like the yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what I was saying in the beginning. Is like I don't really know what to make of this. So it's like if you don't know what to make, then don't make anything. You know? It's like if you don't have to take a dump, then don't take a dump. Those retests of those buyers, that was a really good uh confirmation. Like they had a few sellers that induced, and then it induced another seller at 24.40, and then that was a complete slingshot to the upside. Mm-hmm. All right, guys, I'm going to go relax. So stay frugal, stay positive, stay blessed, and all that fun stuff. And we'll catch you tomorrow. Yep. Have a good one, guys. Yep. Peace.